Come on, jump in my car. Do you have a favourite car? Maybe not. Maybe cars mean absolutely nothing to you and you prefer bicycles, and that's awesome, because I'm not a fan of the car either, because I hate sitting down. So why have I got so much car memorabilia, and why am I so passionate about cars? And it's probably not the reason that you think, and I'm going to ask you this question. Do you look after your body, and do you make sure that your body's in peak physical condition so it can take you wherever you want to go? And do you have to have a body that's capable of doing the things that you want to do? And we all have different things. So some people want to climb mountains, and some people want to water ski, and some people want to swim, some people want to dance, some people do martial arts. We've all got different things that we require our body to do. One of the things I love about the connection, and the reason I love cars, is they are a high performance machine. And the reason I love high performance cars is the companies that make them are constantly aiming to make better cars. So as I always share, whether it's a Ferrari or a Porsche or a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, the minute that car has been shared with the public and somebody's bought the car and they've made it and it's been produced and it's gone, well, I'll go back a step. Before that even happens, those car companies are already designing, creating, developing the next better car. And that's one of the reasons why I hate that expression, be the best version of yourself, because best means limited. I can't get any better once I'm best. And car companies know that there's always better. So every Ferrari that's ever been produced, I'm sure they loved it when it was produced, but the next one was better, and they keep getting better. And people argue, which one was the best one. Well, I'm sure that every prestige car company, every high performance car company, they're constantly aiming to make their cars better. And I know that because I'm involved with some top level executives in big car companies, high performance car companies, and they are aiming to constantly get better. And I share that with you because what they do is then copied by the average car companies. So the average cars that have to produce thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of cars every year for the average. And this is why I hate the word average, because average by definition is somewhere between the worst and the best. And I'm always interested in the best. I want to study the best. How about you? So I'm constantly looking at the people who do the best stuff. And that's why I love cars. Now, when you then relate the car to the human body, a high performance car needs to be looked after. And one of the things that I love about people that buy high performance cars predominantly, not always, but most of the time, they look after those cars. I know people who keep their high performance car in a temperature controlled garage. They don't drive it when it's raining. In fact, some people I know don't even drive the car. They start it up to make sure that the battery gets charged, but it's like a special gift they've given themselves. It's their passion. I'm the opposite. I think that if you've got a beautiful car, take it out and drive it and really enjoy it. But you've got to look after the car. A lot of people have a lousy car, average car, normal car. And I'll ask that question, do you look after your car? Another interesting question is, have you noticed that some people look after their car better than they look after themselves, which I always find really fascinating. Because you can always get a new car, you can always buy a new car, but you can't get a new body, you can't trade it in, you can't get a new one. You've got to look after the one you've got. Now, can you tweak the high performance of your body so that it keeps getting fitter and stronger? And that's why I love cars, because you keep your car serviced, you keep it clean, you keep it maintained. But ultimately, the high performance car companies are the people that keep those cars getting better and better. And that's what I'm after. I don't want to be average. How about you? I don't want to even aim for the best, because for me, the best is such a limiting factor. Why do I want to be the best when I can keep getting better? What is my fittest? I don't know. I want to keep getting fitter. What's my strongest? I don't know. I want to keep getting stronger. What's my wisest? Well, that's simple. I just want to keep getting wiser. I want to keep learning every single day. And every time I limit myself to, and I always have a giggle about this, because there was a time in history when the trademark office said, well, nothing else is going to get invented, so we could just close down, which means they've said, and I think it was in the 1800s, don't quote me, but how hilarious. Think of all the things that have been invented since the 1800s. If we don't push our brain, if we don't aim for the impossible, And remember that everything that's ever been achieved was once considered impossible. The fastest cars in the world, there was a time when cars were considered impossible. When Henry Ford said, we're going to have a horseless carriage, people said to him, Henry, if we go faster than I think it was 40 miles an hour, we could die. The human body can't go faster than that. Well, how ridiculous. He wasn't limited by what everybody else said. And most people are, have you noticed? I can't do that because people have told me that I can't. I can't have my own business because my family tells me that that businesses fail. I can't be a top-level exercise professional because people have told me it's not a real job. I can't be healthy, fit and strong because I never have been. I can't be wealthy because nobody else in my family is. I can't invent this great thing that I've got an idea to invent because everybody's told me it's impossible. I'm sick and tired of hearing that stuff. How about you? That's why I love cars, and that's why I study the high performance creators of cars. I've been to the Ferrari factory. I love that whole process of how they create a Ferrari, just fascinates me. I watch Formula One and I'm really involved in yes, I love Formula One racing cars, but I'm really interested in what they do to keep the cars getting better. Every year they're forced, and that's one of the things I love about Formula One racing. They're forced to change the engine, make the car better, and sometimes it's the tiniest of component that makes the biggest difference. And sometimes that's in our own lives. So we're just going to make the tiniest tweaky change that could make the biggest difference. So first question, your beautiful high performance machine, are you looking after it? Are you maintaining it? Are you servicing it? Do you keep it fit and strong? Are you putting the right fuel in it? And what a joke we have about, at our house we always joke about Formula One cars, is it the engine or is it the fuel? And obviously it's both. And I get really fascinated by people who say, to be healthy, fit and strong, it's 80% food. Well, you could say that Formula One racing is 80% fuel. Really? Could it be 100% best fuel, 100% fastest engine, 100% great team, 100% good spark plugs, 100% great tyres, 100% great driver? Why would you want to put a percentage on any of those things? It's just 50% or 40% or 20%. How about 100% effort into everything that you do to create something that you're really proud of? And that's your own human body, isn't it? Put the right fuel in, maintain it, service it, keep it fit and strong, and then what will you be capable of doing? And maybe the impossible is not impossible, because if you've got a healthy, fit, strong brain, your brain is now capable of thinking big. Your imagination, I'll rephrase. Is it possible we are limited by our education? Because education says this is what we've done up until now. Education is a study of what we already know. Imagination is dreaming big and thinking differently, and that's what I'm always after. And that's why I love high performance cars, because I want to be a high performance human being. How about you? So is your car in peak physical condition? Do you look after it? Is your body in peak physical condition? Do you look after it? Your brain lives inside your body. Is it in peak physical condition? And it can't be if you're not fit and you're not strong. You can't have a car go fast if you can be pretty on the outside. You can have a beautiful Ferrari, but no engine, it's not going anywhere. I agree. There's silly fuel in there and it's not going anywhere. In fact, if you put the wrong fuel in there, it'll break the car down. It all works together beautifully to create a high performance machine, a high performance experience, a high performance life. So how about we live our life to the max? Thank you for coming to Romax. My name's Rowie and I'm here every single day to make sure that you have a high performance, healthy, fit, strong body, a high performance career or business, that you are financially free or on track to being financially free so you don't have to struggle for money, and you have great relationships with the people in your life, but most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. And how could you possibly do that if you're not performing at your best and you don't have a healthy, fit, strong brain and body? So it all works together. Super duper doo, how are you? I'm sure you are amazing and sensational and spectacular and high performing. Woohoo!